Hi there. So I'm Liron Rosenfeld, the founder of Yoko Village, and together with me today is Jason. Hi, Jason. Nice to meet you again. We're doing this
Good to
recording.
see you, Laurent.
Yeah, so we're doing this non-production type of video interview where nothing here is there's no questions or text or scripts, just a conversation. Doing this for social proof so that some people from the outside can see the people that are part of Yoko. So maybe Jason, you can share a little bit about who you are, what you do, what you love.
Sounds good. So my name is Jason Long. I own a portfolio of software as a service, productized services, agency, and outsourcing businesses, and I work in private equity, um, mostly as a turnaround CEO. And what do I love? I love my family. I love traveling. I love doing business. I love nature. I love surfing, and music, dance, man, all adventure, all sorts of things. And yeah, and that's me. What else? What else would you like to know?
Fantastic. So, just curious, maybe you can share a little bit how you met me and found out about Yoko and what are your plans with Yoko Village?
Yeah, absolutely. So I met Laurent through my friends Kat and Adam and Aga and Connor, who were also early investors in Yoko Village. I knew them through a entrepreneurs group, and they talked about what they were doing with Yoko Village and or what was happening with Yoko Village, and it got us really excited because one of the places in the world that we would live is Costa Rica. The climate there is amazing. The people are amazing. The food is amazing. The vibe is just fantastic. And we've lived all over the world. And it's one of those places where when we were looking at putting up another house, we were like, oh, this would be a perfect spot. And one of the other reasons that we decided to make an investment there is that it was a group of other entrepreneurs. It was a place where we felt like we would have things in common with people where we could talk about the problems that we had and people would understand what we were talking about and relate to us. And so when we were looking at property investments, which we often do, um, this was something that really stood out. The plans for the area, the everything that everything that's being planned for that just looks absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, being business people, when we looked at returns were also excellent. So, we did our analysis on what the returns look like as far as putting up housing in that part of the world, and should we not be living there, returns were really good. So all around that made us really interested in the investment there. And just to add to that, um, we knew going in that we weren't going to live in one particular place all the time. Maybe for a season we would be here, for a season we would be here. We live all over the world, and this was something where, like I said, we putting up an investment there. Anytime we have an investment, we make sure it's a place where we would live if there was ever a problem, and this definitely fit that. And so they introduced us to Laurent, and we got to talking, and I flew down and took a look at the properties and what was being done there. And I had traveled to Costa Rica previously, um, a little north of Santa Teresa, but I had heard some really amazing things about Santa Teresa, um, and we'd always wanted to go there. So I went down, I took a look, and I was like, yeah, this looks fantastic. So that's how we ended up. Those were some of the factors that went into us making an investment decision for Yoko.
That's awesome. So you definitely like seeing this as your potentially second home or even first home, depending how things go, and then sometimes be here, sometimes not be here, rent out your property, make some profit when you're not around. It's actually not some profit, it's actually pretty good. Santa Teresa offers great returns in general, and hopefully and seemingly like in a community with like-minded people, there's a benefit, right? And using communal spaces that we're working on is it's also going to be great, because sometimes you want to just take your kid right to the community pool and meet others and go to the co-working and work, and also maybe have a bite and stuff like that. That's awesome. And by the way, since you purchased here, I already like joined you on that entrepreneur community and in a big event in Bangkok. And so we actually already traveled together, and that was awesome. And now I've met other entrepreneurs there that are thinking about joining Yoko. And so that's awesome. Thank you.
Of
So
course, I would be so excited. I would be so excited to have more entrepreneurs in that community come and join us there. I think it would be, I would be so excited if they would, because that would just be, I think that would be magical.
yeah, and I guess there are 47 members in Yoko today. We're probably looking at an additional 10 at some point throughout like 2023, and potentially a little bit more. We'll see. But over 30 are like kind of like yourself, like serial entrepreneurs, people that are in the doing and the making, and that's what I always feel like is different between Yoko and everything else in Santa Teresa, is that we're truly a group of people that are into support and working and creating, and we're not coming here to be isolated, we're coming here to be connected, but we also want a little bit of more connected lifestyle. I mean a healthier lifestyle, as we're all, I think most of the community is around their 40s now. So that's maybe another common denominator. I know that you have you're married, you have a kid. Say hello to Christian. And as you know, we're also planning to build a common area for children, and we actually have been dreaming about building a school inside Yoko Village in the future. What was the kind of like the thing that made you want to go for Yoko? I mean, just aside of the friends and the entrepreneurial vibe that we have, like, is it the co-working space? Why Yoko? What else is out there for you?
So it's a great question. And actually, let me touch on the part about the kids, because I think that there are a lot of entrepreneurial families that we've seen. I mean, I know the people that introduced me to Yoko are entrepreneurs, and they're looking at having children now. And we have a small child. We have a 1.5-year-old, and thinking about being able to raise my child in a place around a bunch of other entrepreneurs with their children. And as you pointed out, access to the beach, the co-working space, the children's area, all of these things coming together, I think would be so magical. I think it would be so fantastic to have all of that all in one place. And like that was actually a bit of the dream that we talked about with Kat and Adam and Aga and Connor, about what would that look like for all of us together. I think that when you're an entrepreneur, and you're running multiple businesses, it's really easy to get detached from a lot of the other people in your life, a lot of other people around you. And I think that being around those kinds of people all the time, it furthers your business, it enhances your life, and it helps you feel connected in ways that maybe in, at least for me, living in the US, previously, I'm not in the US now, but previously living in the US in a large city, I just didn't feel that connected. And so that prospect of living with those people is really, really special. So, but then you said, like, what are the other things? Like, the nature there is so gorgeous. The beach is so gorgeous. It is like think about you when you get up in the morning and you look out from your house on the mountain overlooking the ocean. When we came to visit you, I was like, man, that's what I want. I would love to have the spot right there on the mountain overlooking the ocean, a quick drive to the beach, and then on top of it, as you were pointing out, the co-working space, being able to get up in the morning and go to a beautiful co-working space that's looking out over the ocean as well, that has lightning fast internet, surrounded by connected people in a community. You know, these are some of the things that additionally made the made us want to be there, but also that we felt like added to the that rental value of the property. Like I feel like Yoko is the kind of place that is going to be a destination for location independent entrepreneurs and digital nomads, or just location independent workers across the world. Our hypothesis going into a lot of these kinds of investments, oops, sorry for the wind, is that there are families that want to travel, and they want to be in a place that's safe with a like right now I'm in a I'm in Mexico, and there are things that are a little less safe here. But going to Costa Rica, you've got tons of safety. You don't have problems with crime. You don't have the cartels there. You don't have a lot of the random crime that you have in the US that happens, like random shootings and things like that. You have a very, very safe area. And then on top of that, the Yoko communities are gated anyway. So, it is, you have safety, you have a place where children can play, where families can get together, that's in nature. And then, oh yeah, you know what? I forgot about the other thing, that for children, the schools. There are IB schools there. There are those private schools, and also there are public schools there. But there are also, like, I was looking at a place to put my daughter for just childcare in right by Yoko, and there's this mostly outdoor
The Hermosa,
project focused learning. Say it again.
the school in Hermosa, maybe you're talking
That
about.
was it. Yeah.
Like a
I,
country
I
club.
was I
Yeah,
was
love that place.
yeah, I was looking at that as well. Yeah. So I think that it really has everything that we were looking for.
Very cool. And to say this, we're always so grateful for Costa Rica. It's one of the last sane countries on the planet right now. I love it that it's just, more than 50% of this country is a forest. There's no military. There's no collective memory of the people suffering that much. And it's kind of like, it feels like a safe haven, kind of like guarded by the US, but not in the US, but still in the US time zone. And just people from Costa Rica are the most wonderful people that this nicest people that I've so welcoming for foreigners. And I love the fact that you get your residency with the investments, so they actually want people like us coming in. I guess another fun fact about this is, like, in March 21, the ex-minister of comics of Costa Rica reached out to me on WhatsApp, and he was saying, "Hey, Liran, we were following what you were doing in the States before, so I was helping foreign talent come to the US and get a job or start their business before." And we're kind of saying that you're doing something similar, because it is essentially bringing interesting people that are coming based on their merit and their success. Everybody's here, I think, like you, have worked really hard to obtain the funds to be able to do this investment, and we all really care about seeing this project succeed fast, and also succeed with the local community, so that the people from Costa Rica that are around the Nicoya Peninsula are going to love us. So we want to be giving back. We're already doing some of that, although some people might not think that we are, but it's hard to show everything. And I guess what kicks me is that I know people like you are going to be my neighbor. You're truly an inspiration to me, and I've been like that since you onboarded. So feeling very grateful for all that support. Thank you for doing this interview. This is one, I guess this is the third or the fourth that we're doing. And I hope this will inspire other Yoko members to come on and just have a Zoom call just to talk about whatever, and see this community growing and attracting the right people, and overseeing, the construction that's coming very soon. For some of us, so your friends, Kat and Connor and Aga, we're already now building their homes in Yoko North. And we're hoping that the local community and the municipality and the authorities here and everybody that's around us is going to support us because we are doing something great here. We simply care about building something beautiful that's going to nourish everyone, not just us, right? And something that I hope that we do together is, have a few days of the year where we all come out and plant trees, that we all contribute money to that would be given back to the local communities, especially also Yoko that has a pledge to give back, but also the people. We have Chris and Charmaine there and some others that are working to create a foundation for the Nicoya Peninsula. So that's also something awesome. And the last thing I'll say just before we go is that you're coming to the Yoko Connect on March 7th, right? So
almost definitely. I've had a couple of health issues. As long as I don't have any health problems keeping me from coming, then yes, I'll be there.
Awesome. That's going to be when we all meet and get to know each other for the first time. I'm super excited about that. So Jason, I wish you the best health and thank you. Thank you for this interview.
Of course. Yeah. Thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Costa Rica.
See you soon, brother.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.